you're about to listen to our program Eng. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, interview guests, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we tried to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes the terrible siren.
I am a humble man.
That you feel you don't belong.
I won't say you should follow me.
You are welcome. You are loved. Join us, and we shall reach the promised plains.
I'm not boastful, and my chorus is more soulful.
One of joy, one lacking pain. We are the cult of Odd. I am aware.
Don't say it. I can see
you
it.
Feel you don't belong.
I don't wanna. You don't need it. Once again, we are legion. What I'm meaning. Don't say it. I can see it.
Join us.
I don't wanna. You don't need it. Once again, we are legion.
One of joy, one lacking pain. We are the cult of Odd.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Cult of Odd. I am your host, Odd, and with me this week is my new co-host, Jad The Taff. We're going to just call you Jad.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Until you pick a better name for yourself if you want one.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Feels like we should name him Riff.
Myself as Jad.
Yeah.
So.
Feels like he should be named Riff Raff. We let the Riff Raff in.
And also taking Corey's spot tonight and doing a much better job of it. Love you, Corey. It's my lovely wife, Ollie.
Hello. That's so rude.
He don't care. You think he's actually listening?
Hell no, we don't listen when he's on.
Oh, that's just disheartening.
Am I wrong?
All right, so tonight we have one topic that we're going to try and, cover the whole show with. If not, I've got a few things to throw in as filler and whatnot. We also have a taste test tonight. That's right. We're going to put Jad through his paces right out of the gate.
I've got so many. I've got so many.
No. I told him only one, and it's the one that you just got.
Look.
Because I don't want to taste the others.
All I heard
Can I not
was,
have him taste the other
look,
one?
as long I heard what type it is, and as long as it's not honey bun flavored, I'm perfectly fine.
No.
Okay.
It is not.
Because that's like the worst thing I've ever had.
Look, it's up to you. I'm only telling you that you are committed to one, the one I asked you to do.
Oh,
and
but what fun is that?
That's the specific. It's a specific flavor. If she wants to put you through the rest of it and you're willing to go through it, I wash my hands of this situation.
Should I tell him the two that I've got?
No. He does not get to find out until they're being handed to him.
Can't wait for
and actually, what we're going to do is when we go to our first break, that's when I'm going to have you go get the stuff. That way we can do it at the top of the end of the last break. Top of the end. That's right. Blah, blah, blah. If you're listening to us, you are listening to us on the brand new Tap Detroit. It is not a finished site yet. There's still a lot of work that I have to do, but it is there. And if you go to tapdetroit.com, you will see a link right at the top for the chat room. You might have to load it a second time. I'm still working on it. This is we haven't rolled this out yet, but at the same time, we still got to do our thing. So, yeah, you can go to the chat room. You can pick a username and log in. If you have to reload it and it already, it signed you up as anonymous, there's a little gear in the right corner, top right corner, that if you tap it, you can pick your username. You can even set the color of your text if you want. I'm working on it. What you see has happened over the course of about 48 hours. Planky timed it out last night when he was talking about it. He said it happened over the course of about 48 hours from when I jumped in and just fucking ran with it.
I heard a cell phone bloop.
I had to...
It wasn't mine.
I was turning my cell phone down so it doesn't go off.
Shame. For shame?
Shame him!
For shame!
I didn't want it to go off in the middle of the show.
Shame.
That's fair.
Shame.
So tonight's topic is going to be about video games and the video gaming industry and where it is and where we see it is going and the problems. And we're going to try to work in some of the good points too. But mostly it's going to be discussing the problems that there are.
I can sum it up in 2 sentences.
Right up my alley.
I love video games.
I do too.
Video game politics are shit.
I agree.
I love video games.
2 sentences describes the entire show. That's it. Good night, folks.
No.
Damn.
But we have other stuff to get to right before we jump into our topics. I'm going to try and fire through this as fast as possible. First, for our patrons, they got an interview with a independent filmmaker named Sean Riley. She's based out of Las Vegas, and she does independent. She's got 2 independent shorts that I've seen, and she's worked on a bunch of other movies as an actress. But like her filmmaking style is very, it's art, it's think pieces, it's exploring the depths of the human condition. And what was funny is when I watched her 2 short films before I interviewed her, I messaged her. I was like, I don't think I have any idea what these films are about. I'm just letting you know, they're good. I liked them. But, like, it didn't click. I even told Ollie that. It was like, I just don't get it.
He messaged me and he goes, I think they're going over my head. I don't know what to do.
And what was funny is when we got to the interview and I started talking about the movie and like, I was like, I think this is what it was about, you know, and I explained it and she's like, no, you got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, it did not go over your head. You overthought it. And I was like, that's fine. I do that a lot.
That's normal.
Yeah. So you want to go check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Cult of Odd. Interview with Sean Riley. There's 2 different tiers for you can have access to it. There's the $10 tier, which gets you the audio version of all of the interviews. It's $10 a month. And then there's the $20 tier that gets you access to the video version of the interviews.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the $20 version is so much better because I'm going to fangirl a little bit. The interview with Ian is so worth watching video-wise. Oh, my God.
Speaking of Ian McConnell, we have another one of his songs tonight in the playlist. We have episode 4, Important.
Yes. I love that song. I love
off
all
his
this music.
album episode or season 1. So you want to check that out. But yeah, go got hair in my mouth. Go sign up for the Patreon and check out these interviews because they're really fun to do. There's a lot of it's seeing people strip down. The interviews are very comfortable, and I'm very, very good at making them comfortable. And I put a lot of work into it. So go sign up for the fucking Patreon. We got new merch. Because we brought Jad The Taff on, we had to add him into our promotional stuff. And so our first piece of merch featuring Jad The Taff's face is up on our merch shop right now. The design is called Looney Dudes with 2 O's.
I want to tell you, so during his process of making all of this stuff, he sends me screenshots because I'm usually upstairs. Either I'm gaming or I'm working on school. So he sends me screenshots and he gets feedback from me. I'm like, okay, you need to change this color. This doesn't flow quite as well. And there's a lot of racist jokes that could have been made out of that.
Oh, I would have made a lot too. But I'm just happy that it has me in one of my favorite shirts, so that's a plus.
Corey had the best one.
What? Oh, no.
When I showed Corey.
No.
I didn't tell you what Corey's response was. I was holding on to it for the show.
Nice.
I sent it to Corey, and he was like, that looks really cool. He's like, so it's the reverse porn joke, right?
Oh, my God. 3 white guys and a black dude.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Oh, Jack.
You know, the, like, awkwardness of that is that I made, like, that same joke literally about a different situation earlier this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
He tried, okay, in one of the designs, he tried to put you, like, on the bottom.
I made the design, okay. So
did you make a black couch?
That might be the new one now. Every time you feed him ideas, this goes, we need to stop.
Yeah. No, the thing is like with the one that I showed her, it's for the new stickers that are going to be coming. And I had designed it in a way that, you know, there were 4 spaces. And I left one space open. I put me in one, Ace in one, Corey in one, and I left a space open for you because I knew your face was coming.
Yep.
God, I'm sorry.
Context. wording.
Phrasing?
Yeah, phrasing. Oh my goodness.
So I left the spot open and I put your face in it when I got it, and she's like, "Why are you putting the black guy on the bottom? Why? Are you trying to send a message that you're somehow above him?" And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!"
No, don't.
I have to make stuff out of nothing funny.
To be fair,
My favorite thing is
To
at
be
least
fair.
at least it's jokingly. Some people take that real serious and take it that far.
No.
Like, it doesn't mean anything.
So there's also like the colored panels where it's almost like the Brady Bunch style thing.
that's the one I was talking about.
And okay, so the problem with that one is he put yours with a purple square, and I was like, you need to change that. That needs to be the green square because unfortunately we couldn't
blended
see
in.
your face.
Okay, so here's something. When I got married, our wedding photos were like awful because my wife's photo, it's like she's extremely pale and I'm dark. So apparently those don't go too well when you're taking wedding photos.
No, lighting is
That's the new sticker design.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so he originally had you purple, and it did not work.
Nice. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I actually said that it just looks like when he first showed me the design of you, I was like, it just looks like they
Well, that's also like a
reskinned you.
problem with like tattoos and stuff too, because like the tattoo like I kind of got to get it like color just a little bit awkward, you know?
Yeah, but I was like, it just looks like it looks like you in blackface
Oh yeah.
because
Purple, yeah. Well, okay, so
no, I mean like because his model and your model look pretty similar, and I was like, it just looks like he was blackface.
my mother used to tell me, "Stay out of the sun, otherwise I'll turn purple."
Oh,
And so whenever I took trips to Vegas and come back, I would be like completely like crisp, like dark, like charcoal color. And then like my skin would eventually like get back to its natural like brown, but that took like a while. So my mother didn't like that.
All right. And the other thing that we wanted to talk about is the Facebook page for Cultivad hit 500 likes, and it's still growing. So thank you for everyone that has liked or shared or listens or whatever it is, whether you listen to the Fun Size later or you watch us on YouTube, which if you are watching us on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe.
I'm sorry, I just showed him our message history.
What?
You were showing me the designs,
Oh.
and I said that literally looks like a hate crime. I was like, I'm serious, it looks a little weird with you on top of black you.
Oh my god!
Oh, man.
We go on break. I gotta say something.
I said the
can't say
more
it
you
on
put
the
the
air.
black guy in the bottom, the worse it
I
looks.
can't say it on the air.
So, anyways, we hit 500 likes. Thank you so much for that, and just help keep us growing. We're doing well, and we're happy with the progress that we're making, and we do have some changes that we want to institute later on. We'll get there. Little things, little by little. We're probably going to start adding more video. There's a good chance that starting in August, I will be streaming to YouTube instead of Twitch. And we are going to be doing like a mini version of what we do here, but on camera where people can see all the dumb shit and whatnot.
And what we talked about before the show, that's going to become so much easier.
What?
It's being able to do that. Because you remember we were talking, but we were talking about doing the streaming, how you couldn't figure out how to get the 4 panels
Yeah.
on that. Now you'll be able to, because you'll be able to have the camera on.
We'll see
Because
what the
He'll be here more.
internet allows as well, too.
Oh, no, the camera will have no input on that.
Okay. So,
tech
changes
support.
may be coming, and, well, they are, but you're still going to get this every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here on TapDetroit.com. And like I said, we are upgrading Tap Detroit to make it look better. It already, in my opinion, looks so much better.
Yeah.
It even functions better on a phone, too, and that's the big thing.
Yeah, the old version of Tap Detroit on a phone was kind of clunky.
The old version
that's
of
how I would navigate it on my phone, and
Yeah.
it was a little.
Yeah, the old Tap Detroit on a computer was kind of clunky.
That's yeah.
I've always just used it on my phone.
Well, I'm here because I'm here. 80 hours a week.
You're here because you're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went live today on TikTok to talk about a bunch of different shit as we normally do. I want to thank you to everyone that joined me there live. I'm usually live every Friday morning at 10 a.m. On TikTok while I'm picking music for the show. And I chit chat with whoever's in there. This week, though, I had something to show off. If you look behind me, Jad, that painting that's there, that was done for me by a friend of mine on TikTok. Her name on there is the Amateur Mixologist.
Nice.
I call her Mixie.
Isn't it beautiful?
I met her through
I
my
like
friend
that. That's
Bryce
really
Rogers.
So we actually need to take it down and show you because the UFO there is actually foiled. It's not paint.
Yeah, it's-
That's
Wow.
foil.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
should.
is awesome.
Yeah, you should get up and look at it when you get a chance. It is wild.
And then just above it, I got some birthday goodies. My friend Cordelia got me a little alien neon sign up there. And then she got me this book right here. It's called You Are Here, a field guide for navigating polarized speech, conspiracy theories, and our polluted media landscape.
Now that sounds interesting.
Yes.
You had me at conspiracy theories.
So I have Amazon.
Oh, buddy.
I have an Amazon wish list.
Oh, buddy. You have no idea the household you're about to.
And on my Amazon wish list, I put a bunch of different books and random shit. You know, some shit that I need for the show, some shit that I just want because I want, and some shit, you know, that is just out there. Like, do you know what a wet specimen is?
Oh no, I don't.
I have several wet specimens on my Amazon wish list.
What is a wet specimen?
A wet specimen is something like a jarred lizard or slug or octopus or
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I love those things. Yeah.
But anyways, so
Jarred octopus is great. That's awesome.
the book and that came off my Amazon birthday wish list. I did that last year because my brother was like, "You should just make an Amazon list and send it to me."
I've never thought about doing that.
It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Random bullshit.
I love Amazon.
And
Really got to stay away from it.
I love Amazon. I hate Amazon.
here's the thing: when it comes to gift giving, you don't have to give me a birthday gift. You don't. However, if you do, don't ask me what I want.
Okay.
Because the way I look at things, that wish list is about as close to what I want as you're going to get. It's my compromise. Because usually what I feel is get me something that you think I'd like.
Yeah.
That
I like that
backfires
idea.
on you because last time you got the bald man's hairbrush.
That's fine, though. I do like
I'm not
it.
kidding.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Brown came back from a trip and brought him. It's a piece of wood shaped like
It's a paddle. It's a small handheld paddle, essentially.
with no bristles, and it says the bald man's hairbrush.
Yeah, you know that fucking comb?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that with no bristles.
Oh.
It's a fucking paddle.
So when I buy gifts for people's birthday, I try and get to know them before I get them a gift. That way I kind of get an idea of what they like, what they don't like. And normally what I do
I like weird
for
shit.
people I like is I put together like a gift basket type of thing.
You are
And
the
then
sweetest person.
Then I package it and give it to the person.
You are
That's the
sweetest
easiest thing because then they have
person.
multiple things where they can be like, "Oh, this is awesome." So that way, if they don't like one thing, they've got a bunch of other things that they could possibly like in it.
I feel really bad.
Why?
We're gonna ruin him.
Look, I've already had one woman try to ruin me. Didn't happen.
Oof. You got a little too real for the show.
Well then, but no, that's my thing. Is like get me whatever you think I would like. That's it. You don't even have to know me to get me something you think I'd like. I like weird shit. I like off the wall stuff that nobody else would think of. My mother-in-law hates it. With a red hot fiery passion. She sends me birthday checks occasionally. Well, actually, every year.
Every year, instead of getting gifts, because there's so many of us in the family, she's like, here's $100 for your birthday. Go buy something fun.
Sounds like my parents.
And I frustrate her because I usually spend it on bills.
Yo, yeah. I mean, that's why you always...
She's like, that's not what it's for. I was like, you gave me the money. I do what I want with it afterwards.
Because she wants it to be like, go do something fun. Go.
You know what's fun? Not having the lights cut off.
Yeah, exactly. Not having that bill looming over you.
Never that it's ever gotten that bad, but it's still like,
I mean, have you ever spent money when a bill is due? Like, you can see that bill floating above you just waving its finger like,
Yeah,
the
because
shame.
there's a Sims pack right now that just dropped, and I need
Did you
it.
hear about the patch? Oh, you didn't hear.
No, she did.
Oh,
So
that's
there's-
unfortunate.
There's multiple issues with that patch. We will talk about it during the break because it is
The
fun.
Sims added incest by mistake.
They did.
It's
mean
hard
to-
to say it was a mistake because look at the patch. Why did they do that?
Look. We were talking. Okay, so I don't. Oh God.
Here's the thing. This ties into the video game industry. Sometimes shit just doesn't fucking happen the way it's supposed to. And part of the reason is because fans are too rabid for things. We're gonna get into that though in a little bit. I'll tell you what, we'll stop dicking around and we'll actually get into the show. There was an article that I had read and I had posted it through my Discord that was talking about the graphics ceiling with video games. Is that we're hitting that upper edge where video games can't look any better. And that brought to my mind, okay, well, that's been the big selling point, right? Every time they do a console generation or they create a new graphics card or whatnot, they're like, the graphics like this much better, and you know they run this much faster and everything, and you're like, but okay, my shit doesn't work now.
So this is gonna sound weird coming from me because I'm primarily a PC gamer.
Same.
And I know that we love to tout how the best graphics is what we're pushing and the frame rates and everything. But, like, I'm never sold on graphics. Ever.
Look, if
Ever.
graphics
And it-
mattered to me,
'cause-
I wouldn't be playing Minecraft
Yeah.
and Stardew Valley.
My favorite game of all time is Super Mario Brothers 3.
Well, then that's the point. What are
So
we paying
it's
so much
like-
money for then? At
I
that
want
point?
a good content
I
game.
want a good game
Yep.
with decent content that's not broken on release.
Look at
That is the most important thing for me. And then, like, when I get in the game, I'm like, whatever you do, like, you can have microtransactions. I'm being lenient here. Like, I prefer none. But if you have them, don't constantly shove them in my face.
Don't pay to
'cause
win
that
it
turns
either.
me off.
'Cause
Yeah.
if you have shit
Let's
like-
not do
like-
Diablo Immortal ever
Oh
again.
God! Like we were talking about this before. So I watch a lot of Call of Duty stuff. I watched Tim the Tap Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorites. I find his content funny, but he goes through and showcases.
She doesn't watch her husband. I just want to let you know that.
I'm ignoring you. So, literally,
I'm not her favorite.
I'm done with this shit. So he goes through and shows the different gun packs that come out through, you know, all the different cosmetics. And one of them was a unicorn gun. And it is slightly more, it's an undead unicorn. It is cool. But its blueprint is, and all of this is going to sound like gibberish if you have no idea about Call of Duty or anything.
I know.
So its blueprint is slightly more jacked than anything you can make. So it's a little more pay to win. Like, you could make it good, but you can't make it just as good.
Yeah.
So it feels a little more pay to win. And I don't like that. If I'm going to have microtransactions, let me buy a stupid character skin that's going to pay nothing to the game. But because I'm stupid and like it, that's nothing.
My biggest problem with microtransactions are, like, the worst offenders are usually the ones with, like, the least amount of content in their game.
Where they're trying to beef it up with
Yeah,
that.
like, or they
Sims
cut, or
4
they
base
cut
game,
content, or they cut a lot of content from the game to purposely repackage it to sell as microtransactions.
Like, going back to The Sims 4, do you remember, like, I've had The Sims 4 since it came out. That was 2015, 2014. So, I remember when we had the website and we were doing blogs and stuff like that, when they added toddlers to the game, and I did a full article on it and now looking back, I'm like, that was the most basic.
Wait, they
shit.
sold toddlers?
No, they didn't sell it. They edited it as a patch.
Wayfair, we have just what you need.
Oh my god!
Oh no, don't start that conspiracy.
Not again.
You said you sold
I went
toddlers.
to a deep dive in that conspiracy off just random chance on YouTube.
Oh god, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, like, why am I so excited for shit that should have been in the base game to begin with? It wasn't a DLC, but it just kind of felt cheap. And, like, little shit, like this pack that I want to buy is high school themed. Like, it's their big thing about, like, it's just a bunch of different shit. And it's, like, prom is in stuff that was in Sims 3, but, like, it feels like they left so much out. And
They did, so they could sell it to you later.
That's the thing.
Now,
we didn't even get pools in the Sims 4.
Okay,
6
hold
months
on.
after release.
Wow.
I know, yet again, as always, I am the oldest one in the room.
Oh, God.
Back in my day,
Listen, Grandpa!
I remember before there was DLC, when they started the DLC trend, okay? When they started like, hey, we're going to add another part to the game. My bullshit meter went off even then. Mm-hmm. Like,
Wow,
I see,
we're looking at you.
So,
I see
PC
where this
gamers
is
had to deal
going.
with that way before console gamers did. The first, because consoles back in the day, they
Oh, you
would
mean
have-
add-on packs?
So, console
Shut
gamers, they
up.
had to add. Basically, if you were going to have a game patched on like the SNES, there'd be different versions of the game being sold, but you wouldn't know that. People never knew they were getting like, oh, you got version 1.0, you got version like 1.25.
Same thing with the PlayStation. Remember, there were some PlayStations that could do the visualization of music and some that couldn't?
And then, my first instance of like pure just DLC was when the original Xbox came out. And I had got Ninja Gaiden for it because that was my favorite game at the time. And they sold on like anybody remember like the basic Xbox Live where it was just like a menu? They were selling the Master Ninja mode for Ninja Gaiden. And I looked at that and I immediately like everything like red flags went off. And I'm like, they're probably going to start doing this to every game now. And would you know? Boom, boom. It started off with just like DLC, like actual like DLC, and then it devolved into microtransactions. And now here we are today. And it's kind of sad.
So, I believe that the Sims franchise and EA in general is the worst offender of this.
It's EA.
Okay, so I went and looked this up because I was curious. And
EA Games. It's in the store.
right. So, somebody ran the numbers for the Sims 3 content. Okay? All of, like, the game and the DLC for Sims 3 costs $439.81. Now, do you remember The Sims 3 had a store where you could go buy extra content? Do you remember that? Like, it was okay. And it was one of those pick and choose, like, do you want this world? You can buy it separate. You can buy this stuff separate. Like, the total cost of everything in the Sims 3 store costs, on top of the $439, $74,486.50. So a grand total for The Sims 3 and everything it has to offer is $74,926.31.
Okay. So,
EA is the devil.
that's bad.
and they
but
get me every time.
Look, I know you're saying $74,000. I raise you.
Has that been adjusted for inflation?
That was in no,
Say-
because here's the thing. I also bought some of those. I have everything for the, and I'm really ashamed to say this. I have the Sims 1,
You
everything.
should be.
Second, Sims, everything. 3, everything except all the store content. I have some of it, but I bought most of that through like G2A. So I got like a $20 pack for like.
And a lot of it long
30 cents.
before she met me. Don't think I have that kind of money, people. Don't come at
Oh,
me.
hell no. And I also currently have everything for The Sims 4 minus the one that just dropped on Thursday.
There are 4 games.
I'm a grimy
that
fucking miser.
There are 4 games
I'm
that
about
I
to drop
deem
it for it, too.
completely egregious for taking people's money. 2 of those are actually free. 2 of these games are actually free to play. There is Well, actually, I think 3 of them are. But anyway, the English version of Lost Ark on PC, that game, they're trying to make it better, but it's not helping. And it's just like, yeah, we all hated bots, but when they got rid of bots, then everything jumped up in price. Yeah, there's no win-win scenario there. And with the amount of money you dump into the game, there's never a guaranteed chance that you can actually upgrade your character. So I don't know if anybody did the math on that like they did in the second game, which is Diablo Immortal. But if you know about Diablo Immortal, you know I don't have to beat a dead horse. But yes, when you get into the realm of over $200,000, you have to spend.
But here's the thing. We let it happen.
Yeah.
We are directly responsible for it happening.
Here's a game that actually you have to buy. That's terrible. Black Desert. Yeah, you might be wondering why Black Desert is like $2 or like $9.
Because it has like so much DLC.
Because there's so many microtransactions in the game, especially in game, that good luck.
Now, I'm okay with stuff having like the season passes. Because to me, it adds no actual merit like of anything. Like with Red Dead 2, which we need to talk about Red Dead 2. Red Dead Redemption 2, I feel really bad for that game. But Red Dead Redemption 2 does the season pass, but all of their shit is the same, like damage indicators and stuff like that. It's all cosmetic. All of it's cosmetic or adds like a different horse. Like, it's not... And we can get into the horse speeds because that feels a little pay to win. But stuff having a season pass where I pay $9.90 and I grind the game out, that to me is completely different, and I'm okay with that because there's like exclusive skins and stuff like that. If it's a skin, to me, it's fine. If I want to pay the extra for it, it doesn't change my game any. But when you get into stuff like with Call of Duty where they have blueprints that are so broken that you can't make them in the actual game as good, that feels pay to win. And that's when I believe that it's slimy, because Call of Duty is still ravaged by bots, still ravaged by hackers, and they did introduce a hackers, like a wall where they can't do it, and they've got extra steps where they can get back to hacking it. And the new map for Warzone is better than the old one. Verdansk. Verdansk was terrible for hackers, and the new map, the island one that they've got, is a little better because they added in some hack blocking, but they can still hack. And you're telling me that a video game franchise, Call of Duty, is worth $9.7 billion. You're going to tell me they can't spend out on hack protection, and you're going to tell me their microtransactions are making it pay to win, and they can't fix all this shit, and the broken shit where streamers are getting stream sniped even when they're trying to use a VPN and all this shit. You're going to tell me they can't fix that?
Why would they do that? Hackers are players that spend money on microtransactions,
too. They've got a button now that takes away their guns on their account permanently, and they can't fire anything. They just kind of roam around the game. It's funny. It's fun to watch them
That's
scramble.
the thing. That's why a lot of these companies won't do anything about like massive amount of stuff that, with hackers, because people spend money. The more people you have playing the game, regardless of how they feel or what they're doing.
The other issue,
money.
Too, is that video gaming is now considered an e-sport, right?
Yep.
Some of it.
Call of Duty is an e-sport.
Okay, I'm going to say most of it because we're getting into shit like Stardew Valley and shit with speed runs.
Right.
Mario Kart is also actually Cinemark is trying to start an esports league with trying to start esports
Cinemark
teams.
can't even get people in the theaters. I don't want to hear shit from them.
Mario Kart.
Okay.
But no.
I like esports. I do. I like watching video game competitions, but it does get a little weird.
The thing is, if your company isn't taking care of hackers and whatnot, and your game is considered an e-sport, what happens to cheaters in the NFL, the MLB, the NHL, any other sports arena? What happens?
Depends on how famous they are.
Well, that's true.
Honestly, it's the same as like a celebrity.
His balls are a little deflated.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the same as when a celebrity gets in trouble and people are like, "Oh, but he's so cute. I forgive him." Mm-hmm. That goes back to that Chris Brown situation that we were talking about before.
Do you know how many people support R. Kelly? That's
It's the
insane,
same shit.
you know?
Like, we were talking about Chris Brown and how even after he beat the ever-living hell out of Rihanna, people still like, oh, it's okay. He said he was sorry.
No, this is
what?
This is exactly what I said. Chris Brown beat the hell out of Rihanna, but because he makes women's panties wet, he gets a pass.
Yep.
OJ didn't get a pass because he ugly as fuck.
Yep.
No, don't nobody want to fuck OJ.
I still don't think OJ did it. I think it was his son, but that's just me.
That's my point.
I will provide you the evidence, Chad, between the shows.
Hey, I've watched the trial. I mean, it didn't add up to me. Like, a lot of things didn't add up.
So when it comes to the
court,
gaming
none of it
industry,
adds up.
like I said, we are to blame, us, the gamers, the consumers, because what we allowed continued. We bought into this. We bought everything that came out, and they saw that, and they're like, well, shit, we can just stay in their pockets forever.
The slippery slope. And people are defending it, and people are coming out now talking about, we don't want this. And people are like, stop, you're just hating on the game. No, it's a slippery slope. They're like, it's not a slippery slope. How do you think we got here?
So one of the friends of the show, Kraith, is a game developer.
Mm-hmm.
I see it from his side. I do. I understand that they want to get paid for the stuff that they're doing.
But there's
I
a
get
right
that.
way and a wrong way to do it.
Okay, no,
I can come up with an idea to sell microtransactions to where nobody could complain about it, and you'd make a ton of money. But because I'm not getting paid, and I'm not putting that out there for a company to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
So here's the thing that I've always found with it is you can, especially for independent game developers like Kraith, when you have a game and let's say you put it up for like $2.99, that's one time that you're getting that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put in like a microtransaction for like $1.99 for this or that, those pay off, and it does help you make bigger and better games, especially if your game content is good.
Yeah.
But, and I have to go back to good old trusty faithful here, Stardew Valley sells out constantly. Like, you can't, Stardew Valley sells every day something, and it's $14.99 on every platform, and I think, except for the phone, I think it's $7.99. I own it on everything except the phone. I own it on Xbox, PC, Switch. I'm a absolute whore for that game. I love it. It provides content. He constantly updates, and there is no microtransactions.
So,
And he makes it better for modders. He adds in utilities that help modders to keep going.
that's the thing. I'm sorry.
My current game is Grounded. Grounded is the one that has made me believe.
I've always wanted to play it. That game looks so fun. I played a demo, and I'm like, oh, it's so much fun.
Grounded.
It's on Games Pass for PC.
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type of game.
Yeah.
It's like...
I'm
So-
a survival game person, and I did not like Grounded as much.
It's very different than the survival games you typically play. Okay, so for those that don't know, Grounded is a survival-based game where you play a kid who's been shrunk down, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style, and you're trapped in the backyard trying to figure out what the hell happened. Grounded started off in game preview. All right? You were able to play the game for free, you know, as long as you would report bugs and problems and stuff like that, and understood that the game is in preview, that they are working on it and they are building it to make it better.
Help us fix the game.
Right.
Now, a lot of games came out and did that. Ark was one of them that came out
Oh
and
my
did
god,
that.
that is still my baby because we got that the second it dropped on Xbox.
I have a problem with art.
So,
I mean, we all
as
do. Tether.
as time progressed, Grounded got a little stale because there wasn't a lot of stuff to do, and that was to be expected.
But you kind of expect after it get out of preview, almost like the early access games. Like after it gets out of that, you expect the game
Once
to be
Grounded
finished.
started,
I have an input on this one when we're done.
Grounded started doing updates. They were consistent. They were communicative.
They followed their roadmap.
They followed their roadmap. Anytime something came up, they let us know. It was usually only about a month that something got pushed back. A few times things came early. So like the work was being put in. I have seen it all the way. Grounded is releasing probably tomorrow or sometime next week one more update. It's out for PC already.
Bug patch, is it?
It's one last bug patch before the September full release. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't care, within reason, what price tag they put on Grounded. I will buy it. I will stop playing it for free, and I will buy it.
Yeah. So
because they've held up their end of the bargain.
let's discuss games before. How long until our next break before I get into this?
I'm in
Okay.
control of stuff.
All right. So you fucking do control it.
Yeah, no, I said I'm in control of stuff. I decide how long the fun size ends up being.
Okay, then what the fuck ever. I'll continue. Let's talk about the toxic games that continue in access or early preview and don't do shit.
Oh boy, yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
I'm going to call out
I
one
have
of my,
one in specific. But
my
you go first.
favorite game besides my other couple of all time, 7 Days to Die. Let's talk about this toxic ass game.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love this game. It is toxic
boy.
as fuck. The community is good though. The game itself is a little toxic. So, 7 Days to Die.
Hold on, before she gets into it, she tried to get me into 7 Days to Die way back when, and I was just like, this looks like crap. I'm not
Yeah,
interested.
like I tried. Oh,
Years ago.
And then it released for the Xbox, and so I tried to play it on the Xbox.
It's trash.
and it was garbage still to me.
So the version that we played,
Hold on.
Chad, is like version 20. The one it's still stuck in Xbox at like Alpha 14.
They lost the licensing. Anyways, the point is, I stopped playing it for a while.
They
She
give
kept
it to
playing
Telltale.
it, and I got the upgrade for the studio PC here, and I was finally able to run games without worry.
I installed it on his machine while he was watching a movie.
And so she finally got me to sit down and play it, and she was like, "It looks so much better. It functions
It
so
does
much
than
better.
it did."
It's a different game." And I loaded it up, and I sat down, and I looked at it, and I went, "You lied."
I didn't know because for someone who has played it so long as I have, the game looks and feels completely different. It does. They
It's
put
still
in the work.
clunky and ugly.
So for a long time it went without updates, but they put in, and it's still in like beta,
Look,
alpha. Actually, it's still
my
in.
thing with 7 Days is I like the game. I wish they would do something with the godforsaken UI.
They're fixing it. They're working with
I'm
it.
saying because the UI is
Garbage.
yeah.
So,
it's
here's the thing.
It's trash here. It's like MS Paint trash here.
Here's the side shuffle from this. 7 Days to Die. I got him to play the vanilla. I dropped him in a modded world. He fell in love with the modded UI and the way it functions.
Lot better looking, lot cleaner. Still kind of clunky.
War of
don't
the
get me
Walkers.
wrong.
We put it in War of the Walkers.
Don't get me wrong. Still
He
kind of clunky.
loved it.
But
I immediately filled our
More
shitty
comfortable.
little wooden house with plushies because they're part of it. And he was like, "What are all these plushies doing in my damn house?" And I'm like, "Man, shut up." But so 7 Days to Die in Xbox is still stuck in Alpha 14. We're in Alpha 20, and they've put in some major updates to everything.
oh, hey, Mr. Brown.
Hi, Mr. Brown.
Hey, Mr. Brown.
So on PC, they've put a lot of updates into everything. So what happened is they
Hold on, Mr. Brown. I got something for that. I got to let her finish.
they put in with a developer to help it get ported to Xbox. They partnered with Telltale. 2 months later, Telltale goes under, and they kept the rights.
Yeah.
They've been fighting ever since Telltale went under to get it back. And they just got the ability that they're going to start making updates. They're working on it.
For the Xbox?
Yes. They're trying to get it caught up to where we are now. They're actively releasing screenshots and stuff of stuff they're updating from the next one. We're about to get the next update. They're reskinning the guns to get the really good textures like that we got on everything else. But those developers, as much as they love the game, I'm sorry, I feel that they're toxic because this game has been out for literal years and years and years, and it's still in alpha. And I know they're a small team. They ain't got much. And they're pushing out the best they can, but it feels a little toxic to keep charging for this game. And then on Xbox, it's still an absolute piece of shit, but they put it on Game Pass recently. And to me, that feels the scammiest, scummiest shit that you could possibly have done.
I seen that on Game Pass, and before I actually bought 7 Days to Die through Steam, I was contemplating. I'm like, should I just download the Game Pass version?
It's a piece
But
of shit.
everything in me was like, just get it through Steam.
Yeah.
It's not like it costs a lot.
No, and they constantly do sales. It's a $20 game, but they
Oh,
constantly have it
so
like $8.
I
Like,
actually buy my games through a place called ENM BA or something like that.
I buy them through G2A a lot.
They're always discounted. Even
Yep.
like Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is super discounted on there. And I buy the codes. They're super reliable and they're trustworthy.
That's what I do through G2A.
Yeah, yep.
So
It's like the same type of
Right.
it's a code site.
Mr. Brown said my favorite is the Leisure Suit Larry and the Land of the Lounge Lizards, and I wanted to tell
That's
Mr.
the new
Brown.
one, isn't it?
No, I think that's one of the older ones. I was gonna say, Mr. Brown,
New one somewhere.
Magna Cum Laude was the newest one, I think.
No, Magna Cum Laude's one of the older ones.
No, because it's in 3D.
Well, not like the super old. So
I don't
like,
think
when
there's a
say it's
newer
older,
one.
I mean, like it's not the newest one.
Okay. Anyways, I have all of the Leisure Suit Larry games.
Okay.
That was like the first thing I did once I got like PC gaming is I got a Humble Bundle that had all of the Leisure Suit Larry games in it, and I was like, mine. And I've played through some of them. God, they're rough. But playing through Leisure Suit Larry was a game series I grew up on. Explains a lot, doesn't it, Mr. Brown? What was he freaking out about?
One of my
The
favorite.
newspaper got delivered.
Oh,
One of my favorite PC games is Empire Earth. Think of it like Civilizations, except you're trying to race the, like, evolve your country and your citizens and stuff from like the Stone Age all the way to like the Nuclear Age, and it's multiplayer, and you guys can either work together or work against each other. And so I had a couple friends that was playing with me, and as we were just playing like we normally would, we realized that we always lost because there was always one AI player, and the AI was so efficient at the game that we had to work together and still barely beat the AI.
damn.
So, I played one of the memeiest games you can ever imagine. And I played it legitimately, and I stand by it's a solid game.
What game is that?
Raid Shadow Legends.
This ad brought to you by YouTube.
Every 5 minutes in the gaming video, this is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, I downloaded the damn game and I played it.
Was it fun?
Honestly, yeah. It was honestly fun. I didn't play it. I played it for a couple months, like a few days, like days in a row, because you get streaks and stuff. Honestly, it's besides the meme, it's actually kind of fun. But their marketing was amazing for that.
Yeah, it was everywhere. I knew that game before I knew a lot of other games because it's just like in
Raid
your
Shadow
face.
Legends.
Now,
Every streamer, every YouTuber.
If there's a mobile game I could recommend, anybody that likes turn-based like JRPGs, and if you're a huge Final Fantasy fan, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius on mobile. It is a great game, and like, you know how a lot of mobile games have like premium currency? I have like over 200,000 of premium currency, never spent a dime because they give you so much free premium currency. I honestly, playing the game, I'm like, why would anybody spend money on this game? Like, I'm dumbfounded, like, why anybody would spend money on the game.
When your brother gets home,
Like, I don't get it. It's so confusing.
I want you to ask him something.
What?
Because the other day he totaled up how much he spent in that damn game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he went and found how it calculated. He's like went and saw, like, because they have a thing on, I believe it's Square Enix has a
Which game?
Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Really? Wait, you're talking about
He plays the online
14?
one.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
That's my jam.
So,
That's my jam.
like, they have raid nights. Like, they're
yeah,
it's a thing.
I've completed every raid in a pickup group, which I'm super
So-
proud of.
They have a thing where you can go on and see how much you've spent so far. He said never do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
to
he
be
was like,
fair,
if I had that amount in my bank account right now, do you know what I could do?
fair, I am even guilty of spending money in their cash out.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's
But here's the
don't
thing.
have to.
Isn't that the one that he builds houses in?
and gets paid for it.
Yeah. So he's found a way to make money back. He's basically
He gets
he'll
both
build your
in-game
house for you.
currency, an amazing amount of it, supplies
If you
and
can
real
get,
money.
if you can get
Real
lucky to get a house and then sell it, because getting housing in Final Fantasy 14 is difficult. There's people
You
who
have
stay
to
up
wait
days
online.
on end.
Yeah, he
did.
decorates
without
basically.
sleeping and eating to try and get on like a wait list or just trying to wait to get a house.
To get a spot of land,
Yeah,
right?
my guild ended up getting this huge plot of land in this huge house, and it took forever.
Yeah, he would wait. And he was like, housing lottery's opening back up. I gotta wait. And he'd sit there for 8 hours. And
But now there's
it's
going to be
available.
less people interested because now they're coming out with the island sanctuary where everybody has their own island sanctuary with their own home.
Yeah,
and stuff they can
he
do
brought
around
that
there
up
now.
too. But
so it might drop a little, but I don't know. Every guild-free company wants a guild house. So.
literally, he is an interior designer for that game.
He makes amazing looking homes.
I am just a master at anything combat-wise in that game. That's my thing.
So when you play a game, I want to ask you this question, and I'll ask Chris the same one. When you play a game, how much time do you spend on making like your home? Like when anything that has like a housing thing, like even like Minecraft, like how much time do you spend?
So you can't say Minecraft because I spend forever in Minecraft doing that. But
Wait,
like in
which
Final Fantasy
version of
14
Minecraft do you? Are you
Java?
We're gonna have so
Java,
many
because
fun
that's
times
the
with
best.
land.
Because that's the best one.
We're gonna have so much fun land parties. Man.
Now, in Final Fantasy 14, I care. Like, there's so much stuff in the game that I find extremely fun. That housing, I don't have a house in Final Fantasy 14 because I don't care. But I spent like a day and a half creating my character and trying to come up with a name way back in the day.
Ask Chris how long I spent building the
I was a
squirrel cage.
2.0 player right after a Realm Reborn 2.0 player from the jump day one. Back when you could level to 50 just off of a couple fates. You know, like that is when I started playing, and I've been playing ever since.
All right, I'm going to jump in and get you both to shut up so we can go to break. Because it is almost 9 o'clock already.
Ice cream time.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're gonna put Jad through. I'm only requiring him to taste one of them, and it's the same one that I'm gonna have to taste. No. There is one that you and I both have to do.
Hold up, this motherfucker just brought the snacks.
Oh, yeah.
This motherfucker just brought out my favorite.
Anyways, so when we come back, we're going to do the taste test, which you're going to hear his reaction, but we're going to film it too, so you're going to see it in the fun size. And then I don't know how long the fun size is going to be this week. It's really weird. We might have to go over to make it all balance out.
Sorry,
you guys are going to have to work on keeping it down to short chunks. Speak fast. We'll be right back.
Shut up.
You're going to get Ian McConnell, episode 4, Important, Damo the Great, Shoot First, and Lyrikal Suavay, Teddy Black with the song Bounce. Cultivad, Tap Detroit, be back.
Now it's time for our Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to C. Weezy, Bryce Rogers, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. Welcome to our Holy Mother and the throne she sits upon, who have joined the Cult of Odd Plus. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/cultivodd. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
What do you get for the bar that has everything? Why, your presents, of course! League Brews is turning 12, and that's a special time in a young bar's life. They're becoming an adult, growing hair in weird places, and noticing urges within them. July 30th through August 2nd, Big League Brews is celebrating their 12th year of being Downriver's #1 spot for beer, food, and fun, complete with your chance to win a free bar tab. Want to know more? Of course you do! Head to bigleaguebrews.com or find them on Facebook for event details.
God, then he doesn't look like years of 13.5 billion years. How can we think the pinnacle is here? Isn't that arrogant? There's a couple 100 billion trillion suns, and we act like it all was made for us. There ain't no way that we're the only ones. I'm not important, and neither are you. So let's do whatever we wanna do. Bask in our cosmic insignificance. So cut this blip we're living in, cause nothing matters anyway. Isn't that great? Cause humans aren't really gonna kill the planet. We'll just make the planet unlivable for us. But Earth will keep right on spinning way long after we ain't in it. And life will keep right on living till the sun explodes. No, I'm not important, and neither are you. So let's do whatever we wanna do. Bask in our cosmic insignificance. So got this blip we're living in, cause nothing matters anyway. Isn't that great? I don't mean to be a downer, I don't even think it's sad. The universe is gigantic and it's kinda beautiful that I'm not important, and neither are you. So let's do whatever we wanna do. Bask in our cosmic insignificance. Soak up this blip we're living in, cause nothing matters anyway. Isn't that great?
So everybody out there can find me somewhere in the galaxy. Genuine articles, sick fatalities, snap a rapper into particles. Ancient arsenal, my pedigree's my only vice. So precise, I leave a poltergeist, frozen ice. A fucking ice script walking through the dark abyss. Verbalist, I want my turbulence with the bourbon twist. Bars of murderers, how many punches can you take? You fucking fakes, hold my sack like Jake the Snake. I'm the great and great lakes, loyal to my rotten core. Find me at the liquor store, underwater like the ocean floor. Furthermore, I got rhymes in abundance. Recreate the curve without a use of a compass. Whenever the sun sets, you'll find that I'm right. There's only a few things that go bump in the night. So, in hindsight, you should have left me for dead. What good's a bulletproof vest when I shoot for your head? Shoot first, ask questions later. Out here, we don't fuck with haters. I'm here to get this paper. Everybody out there can suck my dick. Shoot first, ask questions later. Out here, we don't fuck with haters. I'm here to get this paper. Everybody out there can suck my dick. Divine moment, black heart like Owen. I'm a castaway adrift alone in the ocean. My promotion consists of whiskey fists and Japanese geese and slicing alabaster wrists. Strap shit is a gift, but fuck the Gestapo. Damo is a genius like leaping Lenny Poffo. Follow the buzzers, King Buzzo, the Fae. See, I don't give a fuck about anything you say. It's an awkward placement, you'll be locked in a basement. With locks adjacent to the bottom, be patient. I'm the way station between dope and the past. Who's here to take you out, that's what you do with the trash. High class boss level, skilled up to a master. I got something that you don't, they call it the it factor. People that back this, there's nothing I hate more. It's grimy as it gets in the pit of the rancor. Shoot first, ask questions later. Out here, we don't fuck with haters. I'm here to get this paper. Everybody out there can suck my dick. Shoot first, ask questions later. Out here, we don't fuck with haters. I'm here to get this paper. Everybody out there can suck my dick.
International feels please.
This is Julie on the bit.
I got die for you, baby girl, you know it's true. Like a soldier for you, girl, I'm coming through. Me, I know the lie. Your body hypnotize me. The night gon' be a night. Let me treat you right, girl. Just swing, go, roll slow. Bounce that bully on me so hard. Go down, blow me hard. You know how just do bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my music, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever my music drops low,
bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. When you body slowly take it all the way down, like how you want your body, like a belly dancer, so lit, so fly, like Rudolph and Prancer. The way you move your body got me hypnotized. Blow my mind when you stare into my eyes and begin to whine. No lie, you got me like my oh my, diamond R, it's your time to shine. Yeah, going grower, hey, going grower, hey. That's all night, now going home into tomorrow, like going grower, hey, going grower, hey. That's all night, now going home into tomorrow, hey.
bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my music, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever my music drops, just bounce for me, bounce tonight. Let me show you how this thing they go. Yeah, Lyrikal have been out.
Don't be shy, show me what you about. P90X, baby, gonna work it out. Scale it, woo. When you go low, do it with your partner. Or go solo, dolo. And TV, go suo, Makosa. Oh yeah, you know. Shaku, now it's onto. When the song come on, begin to bounce your body pronto.
Bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my music, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever you hear my vocal, bounce, bounce, begin to bounce. Whenever my music drops low,
You already know.
you already know. It's Lyrikal sexy. Teddy Black, yellow, mashi. International Ninja. USA.
It's so hard to stand out from the competition when you're starting a new business. Not only do you have to worry about your product or your service, but you also have to make sure your branding is on point. You need a logo, a website, and marketing materials that look professional so you stand out from your competitors. Fusion Marketing specializes in branding, and they can help you make sure your business looks good across all platforms and mediums. They can help you design a logo, build a professional website, and create marketing materials that will help get you more business. With the help of Fusion Marketing, you can create a professional image for your business that will help you stand out and get you more customers. For more information, visit tryfusionmarketing.com. That's TRY fusionmarketing.com.
What I think is bad is the people that go bald that have those fucking like rows in their head, like the divots.
Talking off mic.
All right, so we're back, and as promised, you are going to hear both Jad and I taste. So you remember we had those weird fucking ice creams? We had the pizza flavored one. We had the mac and cheese flavored one. Well, the same company puts out a Grey Poupon flavor.
Yeah.
And it is Grey Poupon with salted pretzels, French ice cream.
Why would they put pretzels of Grey Poupon? Like mustard pretzels? It just...
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the at this point the Van Leeuwen company is doing this just for exactly what we're doing right now. We're talking about it on social media and talking and filming it and putting it up on TikTok and other places and
whatnot. Could be worse. It could be ketchup flavored, so we don't want to.
All right.
Tempt them.
All right. You ready?
No.
Get a nice swirl right in here.
So I'm going first.
Well, I'm going to go from the same area because I'm going to get just as bad as you're going to get. That's what seemed fair. You don't have to put it in your mouth.
Wait, don't put it in your mouth yet.
Okay, I'm holding on. This looks terrible.
Let me see that bite.
Oh, it looks awful. This does not look good.
All right. His reaction first.
All right. Yeah, I guess you are going first. I'm sorry, dude. Ugh. You ever see the bitter beer face?
Oh.
So is it worse than a honey bun?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I want to see.
Oh God. aftertaste is actually better than the taste of the ice cream. Get to the aftertaste as fast as possible, please.
Do not tell me you like it.
I wanted to spit it out. I tried everything.
No, you like it. Oh,
what's wrong with you?
Oh, a lot.
You're not human. You're not human.
We knew that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if I could eat a big bowl of it, but its flavor is not unpleasant to me.
So he got a much bigger chunk than you did. I'm going to ask you to get right in that middle chunk.
I don't like Grey Poupon, first and foremost. I hate Grey Poupon.
I want to see him get that big chunk of mustard like you did, because you got a giant chunk of...
Yeah, that's all I tasted was mustard.
I'm looking. What you thought was mustard was pretzel.
I don't know. It tasted like I was eating like a bologna sandwich with like a gob of mustard, and it did not set right. The pretzel creates like a bread taste to it.
I'm hoping.
They also put out one that I absolutely loved. They had the strawberry jam with honey cornbread. It was
that sounds good.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, because all that sounds delicious.
Oh, that was still mostly pretzel.
So you like it. He hates it.
I don't know, because I can't find another fucking swirl of fucking mustard like that.
Look right here. See if you can find that there.
Hold on.
It's
mostly pretzel. Yeah, that's pretzel.
I don't know. It tasted more like the pretzel just tastes like bread.
That looks pretzel-y.
Okay, so you don't... Oh.
Yeah, it's mostly pretzel.
Okay.
That was gross. That was bad.
Oh.
And
he just got a flavor.
And funny thing is, I expect that to be better than the other one.
Yeah. It's not...
I'm going to make him try this one.
Yeah.
He's already tried this one.
And I will not go back.
Oh. But you like the mustard. That's really not good. I'll
tell you why.
I'm going to make him try this
Oh, it looks bad.
Yeah.
It looks like the cheese powder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, no.
Right in, yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I thought it tasted like after you taste it.
Oh, I don't want that big chunk. Oh, this is going to be gross. Just give me this a little bit. No.
Yep, that's it now. You got you.
Doesn't smell. Oh, man.
Go ahead.
I'm suing you. I don't know how. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to sue you.
Remember.
Here, have a palate cleanser, because you liked this one. This one's actually really good. It's their
yeah, this one's good.
Remember, I only required one and the Grey Poupon. You did the macaroni and cheese one on your own. So the macaroni and cheese one, to me, ended up tasting like a stale Kraft single. That's the only way I could describe it. You
gotta be more specific. A really stale
Kraft single.
Like this thing was found in an abandoned house inside the refrigerator somewhere.
It was more hard brown edge than cheese.
All right, I want you to try this one. Just because this one is, we've raved on this one.
I mean,
you get a good chunk of the actual brown part, like the coffee part.
That's actually good. That
coffee,
that espresso one's delicious.
That's fantastic. That coffee flavor is really rich. And it's nice. We came across some good ones that they have. We also have a s'mores one upstairs. I buy so much of this, I could have stock in it at this point because of the weird flavors I've made him try. Stop the quote.
Okay, that mac and cheese one is the worst ice cream I've ever had
go through
in my
and
life.
edit that and shit, but
it is the worst ice cream I've ever had in my life. And I wish I was joking when I said it. But
yeah, it's pretty fucking terrible.
It is.
Welcome
really
to the cult.
Look, I think I'd rather drink the punch.
Hey, we haven't made him drink bacon soda yet.
No, but nasty.
Or ranch soda.
Okay, so funny story. I've had peanut butter soda. I've had bubblegum soda, mustard soda.
What about sweet corn soda?
Nope, I've had ketchup.
I tell you what, if you're listening out there and you want us to drink some weird shit, I can set up a way that you can pay us to do it. You can each donate a couple of dollars and we'll get a pack of Lester's Fixins. You laugh, but there is Lester's Fixins, and then there's his female counterpart. Lester's Fixins is a bunch of weird flavors, like she mentioned, bacon and stuff like that. And then the female counterpart, all of her sodas taste like pies, different kinds of pie.
Well, that would be delicious.
But the Lester's Fixin' ones, I'll tell you this right now. If you guys send it in or want us to do it, there is no way in fuck I am drinking that ranch soda again.
I would take a sip. The thing is, with sodas, I've had so many weird type of sodas, and out of all the weird sodas I've ever had, the worst one was the peanut butter soda. Because it felt like I was tasting, what's that fake wood they put in cars on the dashboard? Like, that's what I would imagine it would taste like.
It's usually plastic when it's the fake wood.
Isn't it called like faux wood or something like that? Or
yeah, faux means fake.
Yeah, but I thought there was like an actual word for it.
There might be, but that ain't it.
Yeah, whatever. Well, yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, so the ranch soda to me,
it tastes like clouds and marshmallows.
No, I am not that white. No, the ranch soda to me tasted like burnt plastic.
Oh. Then I probably have already tasted it before then.
It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The best out of all of the ones that we tried back then was the sweet corn soda. And the bar was set really fucking low.
I mean, the mustard soda was pretty good. Mustard soda was really good. And to be honest with you, I got that up in Traverse City.
The bacon soda was the weird one because it left a film in your mouth like you had just eaten bacon.
Now, I like bacon candy canes, like bacon-flavored candy canes. Those are good.
No, this stuff, like, take a spoonful of bacon grease and put it in your mouth. They left that film.
Oh, I don't think soda's supposed to do that.
Like a lard film.
Well, so I mentioned I posted this in the Discord. And I put up the topic idea, and people came in and gave their opinions. And Crates said, yeah, I can't lie. Gaming prices really grind my gears. Let EA charge $80-$90 for a game. Go for it. That means the market shifts and the indie devs can charge $40 and actually stand a chance instead of having to price everything less than $20.
That's a good way of looking at it.
If anything, video games staying a stagnant $60 has only hindered the market and let the big boys put out piles of shit. Like with inflation, I paid over $109 for Mario Kart 64 back in the day. Now you get Borderlands 98, you're just making fun of it, for $60. The market cap is preventing growth. We won't even get into the mobile market where your game costing $1 freaking dollar takes you out of 95% of the market. But Blizzard can make $24 million in a month with predatory microtransactions. As much as we like to blame big corps, and trust me, I do, this is also a consumer problem. He said, but with the graphics, yeah, we're in the uncanny valley. And so that's the basic thing that started this, like I said, is that the article that I read was talking about The Last of Us and how it's remastered, and it didn't really look any. Yeah, well, this was Skyrim. Like I said, this started with the whole graphics ideas that the people paid that for the remastered, but it really doesn't. There's not a lot of difference anymore. Like when I saw they came out with HD TVs, I was like, cool. And then they came out with 4K TVs. I was like, okay. And now I'm seeing 8K TVs. I was like, your eyeballs can only see certain
4K, and it's like 4K LED, 4K OLED, and now it's like 8K.
I want an 8K OLED.
Okay, so here's.
I want an OLED Switch. I'll say that right off the bat.
I don't have a problem with the OLED, because they're trying to use different materials and make it consume less energy. Cool, great, fine, whatever. But your eyeballs are only going to see so much. And I think I came upon the realization of why games aren't looking that much better to me anymore. I'm getting old and my eyes are getting worse.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
It looks the same. It looks like you didn't do anything.
And a lot of them are getting less fun to play.
Yeah. Dude, I found more joy playing a game called Honey, I Joined a Cult Which the graphics were. If anyone tried to sell you on this game on its graphics, they were stupid.
Like Prison Architect graphics.
Because I still play retro games more than I play any of newer games. Like I'm a retro fiend.
Well, so Stardew Valley has those, and then Concerned Ape, the maker of Stardew Valley, is coming out with the Haunted Chocolatier, which is in that same graphic line.
I play a game called Graveyard Keeper.
It's a ripoff of Stardew Valley.
I don't know if it's a ripoff. The storyline seems too fleshed out.
It's a rip from it's that type of
that
same art style. It's the same. There's a village, there's a town. You go
very Zelda-y.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not even it has the best graphic. I don't really care about that anymore. But at the same time, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I have a reshade on my computer to make The Sims 4 look bright because it is a dark game. The Sims 4, their colors are dark. When you have to have a separate reshade program to make the colors pop.
I'm not a graphics person, but I did download a reshade and texture mods for Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
So here's the thing, though. What my brain went to is okay, so graphics are hitting a ceiling. All right? They can only look so good. They've hit a point now where they run fucking great. There's not a lot of problems that I see with the processors that are in computers and gaming consoles at this point. What are they going to do to justify? Because, mind you, when the next generation of consoles come out, and I'm firmly in the belief that this may be the last, if not one of the last generations of consoles. What are they going to try to do to justify the price increase that it's going to be? Because, mind you, it's going to be
sell you a PC,
$1,200, and at that point, just buy a fucking computer.
They're going to sell you a PC.
Pretty much a PC.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's got liquid cooling, and it runs the same. But honestly, I prefer PC gaming because I can update the pieces on my own.
Yeah,
but
and that's the thing too. Is I think people are finally starting to catch on to that, or at least I hope they are, because. You're locked into whatever Xbox gives you, and whatever they don't give you, you don't get. Whereas, customizable. And think about it too. You have Steam, you have the Epic Game Store, you have all of the different places that you can get games from. Games usually
for free. Yeah.
Yeah. There's tons of shit that you can do with a PC that a console won't allow you to do. Do you know that just announced Discord for Xbox? No, I'm still console because I don't always want to be tethered to the fucking desk.
No, we've been asking for Discord on console for literally years, and we're
about time.
They're so far behind.
There's no reason they shouldn't have had it because Xbox Party Chat is garbage. It is fucking garbage.
Let's be honest, we hit top tier of gaming a couple of years ago, and I stand by this. When we got the mod that turned the Deathclaw in Fallout 4 into Randy Savage, that was top tier gaming. You won't convince me.
That's the other thing too, is they allowed it on the last generation, and there was one game that allowed it. Why didn't more games jump on this?
Xbox Party Chat's garbage, and it is. Xbox Party Chat used to be really good, but became complete garbage. PlayStation, because I own every console. I collect all, so I don't want anybody saying I'm a fanboy. PlayStation's Party Chat is fucking terrible. And if it even works half the time. We've had so many issues, me and my friends, with PlayStation Party Chat.
Look what we would go through.
Oh my god.
Look what we went through when we were trying to play Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Rain, or you would have to hop in and out just to get it to work right, and it would no, your mic's muted, but it's not. It's just not registering that there's a mic there.
Discord would be a godsend.
I mean, Discord has its quirks too. Don't get me wrong, but they happen far less frequently.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Yeah,
at least it's not Ventrilo or something, or TeamSpeak.
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 I'm about to try to think of TeamSpeak.
Oh, TeamSpeak.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
And there's only so far that we can go. And again, like Craig said, and even I had said earlier, it's our own damn fault. We have nobody to blame but ourselves. We have to stop buying into this bullshit.
No, I'm sorry. We didn't buy into the Skyrim bullshit. That's something we need to talk about, too.
Was that when they were selling that horse armor? Was that Skyrim?
Skyrim is a piece of shit.
People bought it. They kept doing it.
Yeah, I don't know
19
why.
remasters, and the latest one, they sell them at $60
Honestly,
a pop every time.
There's probably a secret organization out there that gets together to purposely buy stuff to ruin games. There has to be.
Illuminati.
Gray's Law in effect again. Any sufficient enough incompetence is indistinguishable from malice.
Just can't anymore. Like, gaming, for some reason, I mean, so when Fallout 76 first started releasing, okay, do you remember, we were part of the Break It beta.
Yeah.
We were OGs on Fallout 76.
I tried to get into a beta and I couldn't, because, see, the concept behind Fallout 76 was my jam, because I'm a huge Fallout fan. So I was like, man, I really want, looking forward to it. And then, like, all the stuff I heard about it, I was like...
So, I'm part of the Xbox Insider program, so that helped, being able to get access to it.
We got the Break It beta. We got to be the original. And I love what the creator said, the owner of Bethesda, when they talked about, we gave you the game to make you want to be toxic and to grief. And you guys show up when new players join, and I'm like, here, you want this sweet tea? You want this gun? I got this extra. And he's like, you are the nicest players. We gave you something to grief with, and you're, like, helping everybody. That's the least toxic community we've ever been a part of.
Yeah, it's very rare to get someone that's, like, just being an asshole.
We're talking 1 out of maybe every 90 times you play.
Oh. So you want to talk about something that's toxic.
Rust?
I'm not getting into that.
Motherfucker.
But this is a community.
Rust doesn't exist.
This is a community that people praise all the time, and I feel like people are scared to even say it. And anybody who disagrees gets like pushed into a dark well with like the cover shut. Like, this is a heretic. He's Final Fantasy XIV's community is very, very toxic.
Yeah.
And nobody ever
surprise me.
talks about
Eric
it.
plays.
And every single person that plays that game will try to get you to play it, and they will talk about how less toxic or non-toxic this community is. Everybody's helpful. Until you try to do anything in the game.
Sea of Thieves,
especially
one of the
for
most toxic games I've ever played.
You haven't played Dead by Daylight. But, okay, so you know. But Final Fantasy 14, if you're a newer player, you have it pretty bad trying to do any dungeons, trying to get into any raids. And, like, it's not like the raids are like World of Warcraft type raids where, oh, man, you gotta take time, you get all these people together. None of the content, except for, like, ultimates in that game, are that hard. And that's coming from me, and my eyesight's going. And I've done everything with pickup groups because I have no friends that play the game. And my guild, they all keep to themselves and nobody actually ever do anything together that I'm, with a free company I'm in. So, like, any new person, like, you go in there, it's so toxic. People will get mad at you for anything and they will harass you for literally anything and follow you around. And I'm like, man, when did Dead by Daylight players jump into Final Fantasy 14?
I was watching, you and Rob were playing Dead by Daylight recently, and just the way they would camp.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was sitting there watching them while I was working on stuff.
And the killers recently got buffed. But the survivors had a less, chance of surviving, and they still will hook you and stand there. I mean, the killers are getting less points that way, but they're just like, come on. Like, you have all of this at your advantage to just destroy the survivors, but that's the way you're playing.
Let's talk about the other toxic part of Dead by Daylight. The sexualization of the killers in the game.
Oh, you mean with the...
Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head.
So, how about the Dead by Daylight dating sim?
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Even heard most of these. Like, these are like...
I will say this. When you play Dead by Daylight as the killer, the game gets pretty repetitive quickly. Yeah. So I will say that even though they're camping and doing that dumb shit and not getting as many points and stuff as they can and utilizing everything, it could be... It's just to break up the monotony, too.
I'd rather have them tunnel. So, tunneling and camping are the biggest things in Dead by Daylight. And when somebody tells you means that they focus on you and only you till they hook you 3 times and you're out of the game. I prefer that because at least they're putting on the chase. They're coming after me. I'm getting points. They're getting points. Yeah, I might be the first one out, but I'm actually able to play the game.
Yeah.
You know, when they're camping, they hook you and then you're not playing, they're not playing, and you got 3 other people. It's like, well, let's just keep doing this. We're going to be camped one by one, so one person's going to escape, hopefully.
So, there's a game that Eric quit playing. Do you remember what it was?
No.
You got too toxic, and it's an esport game. League of Legends.
He's back in.
That game was always toxic.
But it is so
It's bad.
So, I get up for work at about 3 in the morning. I can still hear him yelling at 3 in the morning. He's right above our bed.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear, come the fuck on! Will you fucking do this? What the fuck is this? It's like, you can hear him yelling and raging.
Because he gets off work usually about 9 and is home by 9:30, 9:45. So he's up until usually 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then he crashes until he's got to get up and go to work. And yeah, he's...
I've had so many people try to get me into League of Legends because they know how I am with games and competitive games. And I tell people every time, I'm like, no. Why not? That game, the people that play that, they're like on a different plane of existence with their toxicity.
I like watching the esport competitions of that because watching them rage out at computers that aren't theirs is hilarious. What was the other one he played with all the hats?
Oh, Team Fortress.
Oh, Team Fortress.
Fortress 2.
I didn't know people actually take Team Fortress 2 serious. I thought it was like a fun game that people played.
They all start out that way.
Well, no, I mean, it just doesn't look like something that... Okay, so I take that back because that's how I rage at Overwatch. So that's why I stopped playing.
He used to play Overwatch as well.
I get very serious and very competitive in Overwatch, so I stopped playing.
I like that they're making Overwatch 2 free to play.
Yeah. That'd be
nice. Of course,
nice.
there's going to be 1,000 microtransactions.
And as Rob knows, I could never stream Halo.
Oh, God.
Any Halo game. It doesn't matter if it's Halo 3, it doesn't matter if it's Halo 2, or Halo Infinite. That's the one game that I am guaranteed to rage at no matter what, under any circumstances. I've never played a Halo game and not raged.
Have you seen...
My cousin Steve and I, we actually had blood pressure cups to take our blood pressure and stuff, like after matches, because we would be so mad. We were so mad that... Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Halo.
So, have you seen the weird split in, like, there's a game that has, for some reason, a very toxic community, and the ones that take it next level and go wholesome with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Guitar Hero.
Did you hear...
Some of the most toxic shit.
Did you hear the most, like, prevalent Guitar Hero player finally got caught cheating?
I don't...
That's insane.
Why cheat? Like, seriously.
Well, he caught cheating because he had all these like world first and world records and stuff, and then somebody, like, people had assumed he was cheating, but never like said that they let it slide because, like, well, he has some legit stuff and he's good and he's had so much fame and stuff. Like, people were like, yeah, just dismissive of it. But somebody literally was like, something was so blatantly, he blatantly cheated so bad that they decided to look into his other stuff, and it was like, oh yeah, wow, dude. He just...
I don't know. When it comes to, like, I don't like the idea that games have become esports. I've gotten to the point too where I steer away from the competitive stuff because it's not fun. Like, gaming is supposed to be non-stressful and fun.
You know what game should be an esport? Mario Party.
Yeah.
Mario Party should be an esport. Forget Mario Kart. Mario Party is where the esport is. Like, I love watching people rage at Mario Party.
I think there's too much luck involved with Mario Party for it to be considered an esport.
But, man, tell me it's just not competitive.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to break. This will cut it for the fun size. If you're listening to the fun size on YouTube, then you might want to sign up for us on Patreon. You get the whole show, the 3-hour show.
The fun size is officially over, but if you still want more show, there's more show to be had. Head to patreon.com/cultivod and sign up today.